Welcome to THS Wellness. In this video, we're going to cover body systems as it relates to functional medicine. Unlike mainstream healthcare, where your care is organized into specialties, usually by organs, functional medicine focuses on how your body works and develops systems around those that may encompass several different organs working together to carry out specific functions. So when we think about these body systems, we're going to think about the functions, and we're going to think about the major things that your body is responsible for doing to maintain your overall wellness. When you have imbalances in any of these body systems, which is why it's important for us to know what they are, then that is when you may see increased pain and other types of chronic conditions. So as we strive to find those imbalances, first we need to know how those systems work and what the major organs and other components are that support the overall well-being. In functional medicine, there are about 7 to 8 body systems or nodes of functional medicine that we are going to explore. And this is going to be based again on the things that your body, those functions that your body normally needs to carry out. So when we think about some things that your body is responsible for carrying out to make sure that you maintain overall wellness, we can think about immune system. Your body needs to maintain a healthy immune system. Your body needs to maintain a healthy detox system. Some other things, digestion. Okay, so this is kind of how these systems are going to be organized based off of the functions. The first one that we are going to explore is assimilation. The assimilation is based on how your body absorbs and takes in food and other nutrients. When you think about your assimilation system, there are so many different other things that play into the function of being able to make sure that your body can absorb the nutrients that it needs. This includes your hematologic system, your digestive system, your nervous system, your immune system, and your hormones. So all of this plays a role in how your body is able to take in nutrients. Mainstream healthcare focuses on prescription drugs, and prescription drugs as a means to treat chronic pain and other chronic conditions. Those drugs do not naturally assimilate or absorb easily into your body, and that is why often you will experience several different side effects. The next system that we're going to look at, and when we think about finding clinical imbalances in these areas, is biotransformation and elimination. So now this is how your body is going to process and get rid of those things that you do not need, right? So biotransformation and elimination. If your body cannot eliminate and get rid of the excess or get rid of the things it doesn't need, then you may experience some of the following, such as nutrient deficiencies. You may have a toxic overload if your body cannot eliminate. You want to think about the organs that play a role in this: your kidneys, your liver, even your digestive system. You might have some chronic stressors. You may see genetic mutations as a result of not being able to transform and eliminate the things that are coming into your body. And also you may experience chronic inflammation. So in this system, biotransformation and elimination, there's so many different organ systems that play a role. And when these things are not working properly, these are some of the things that you might be experiencing. The next system that we're going to look at is defense and repair. This is your immune system. Okay, you have all these little germs and infections and viruses, and while you think that it may not play a role in your pain, it can block your body's ability to heal. So if you have a clinical imbalance in your defense and repair system, then your body can no longer defend against germs. Your body can no longer clean up and remove dead or dying cells. You may have issues with cellular repair. So not only is the defense to keep you safe and prevent against infections, viruses, it is also meant to repair your cells. And when you have an issue in this area where there is a dysregulation in your defense and repair in your immune system, then you may experience some of the following here: autoimmune diseases, chronic pain and inflammation, and or a relapse of certain illnesses. Because what happens is that when your body gets stuck in this defense and repair cycle, sometimes you may have an overactive immune system to where your body will overreact and it may start attacking itself, or you may develop an underactive immune system. So then you find yourself in more pain in both of these instances. So that is another area that we look at when it comes to chronic pain and finding those clinical imbalances. So far we have assimilation, how your body is absorbing or taking in those nutrients. We have biotransformation and elimination, the organ systems that work together that are responsible for eliminating and those natural detoxification pathways in your body. And then you have your defense and repair, which is your immune system, as well as your cellular repair. The next thing we're looking at is communication. The communication system, or node, in functional medicine allows us to identify imbalances with your endocrine system. Your endocrine system connects to your nervous system. And when we think about endocrine, we think about hormones. And these hormones serve as what we call neurotransmitters, which these neurotransmitters send signals back and forth from your body to your brain. And what is so important about your communication system as it relates to hormones and making sure that there is a balance is that these signals are responsible for communicating to your body how and when to carry out its normal bodily functions, from sleeping to eating to movement to memory to healing, your fight or flight response. And when you have a dysregulation, or you have an imbalance in your communication system, or you have an imbalance in your hormones, which are serving as those neurotransmitters, which are serving as those signals, then you may experience some of these issues here: adrenal fatigue, issues with hypothyroidism or hypothyroidism, diabetes, so many other conditions. But as it relates to your pain, you may have high levels of cortisol or stress hormones, which can cause your body to increase its pain perception and get you stuck in your healing cycle. So this communication is so very important, and the main organ system is your nervous system, and specifically as it relates to your hormones. The next system we're going to look at is energy. So mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and mitochondria in your body cell produce energy through the digestion. When the mitochondria can't produce that energy, your body cannot carry out the essential processes, such as releasing hormones, such as repairing certain DNA or making protein. And it's so amazing because everything is connected. Again, when we look at functional medicine versus mainstream healthcare, and your care is separated out by a specific organ, we're looking at your whole self as it relates to the function. And one area of imbalance can affect the other area of imbalance. So for example, if your energy, your mitochondria, you have mitochondria dysfunction, then you can't release certain hormones. And if you can't release certain hormones, then communication throughout your body that tells it to carry out normal functions is also going to be disrupted. So it's amazing to understand the connection between all of these systems outside of the specialization or differentiation based on just one or two organs. The next one that we're going to look at is transport. Transport is your body's lymphatic system, the cardiovascular systems. We're thinking about your blood. We're thinking about how your blood and nutrients and other things, oxygen moves through your body to be able to provide it with what it needs. So your cardiovascular system is so very important in this transport because your blood carries that oxygen to all of the other cells in your body. And when you don't have enough oxygen to fuel your cells, then your cells can't repair itself. That can affect your immune system. You can develop swelling or edema. Some other things include hypertension, and especially with your cardiovascular system and that circulation. Other issues with the heart. So it's so very important for this transport and this lymphatic system to be able to move that oxygen, that blood throughout your body to keep everything else functioning and working properly. Now, last but not least, structural integrity. Structural integrity is really about your, if you think about it, your skeleton system, your muscular skeletal system. And not only that, it goes deeper into your cells and tissues. And this is very important because early symptoms of cell and tissue breakdown can truly prevent severe consequences in the future. So structural integrity is something else to look at when it comes to clinical imbalances and blockages that may occur that prevent your healing and or create more pain. For example, if you have a structural integrity with your cells or tissues not breaking down or not functioning properly, even with your musculoskeletal system, this is important because this can also impact that communication system, because you have a nervous system that runs along this structure. And for example, if you have a crack in this structure, if you have a breakdown in this structure, then it also can affect the flow of communication between your cells and the rest of your body. So these are the 7 main body systems as it relates to functional medicine. And these are the areas of focus that you need to pay attention to when it comes to figuring out where exactly the root of your pain is coming from, what's blocking the healing as it relates to the root cause of your pain. For example, you could be experiencing inflammation as the root cause of your pain, but the blockage could be, you could have a blockage in your defense and repair system that is causing you inflammation. Or you could have a blockage in your biotransformation and elimination that is causing that inflammation. One thing that is also equally important as it relates to the body systems is the invisible body system that is not addressed in mainstream healthcare, but is vitally important in functional medicine. So not only can you have imbalances in all of those 7 areas we just explored, you can also have an imbalance in the aspects that you can't see. And this includes your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual self. If you are struggling and you have stress in any of these areas, it affects all of those other body systems that we just talked about.